He's most certainly a misogynist. He has views about owning women.
I think if you're in a relationship, you stay in that relationship with that one person.
Okay, so physically speaking, I do believe men created and built society as to what it is.
I think this is just another example. It comes down to context.
I do agree that the majority of women are smarter than guys, but if it's coming to like a fist fight or whatever, like best believe like I'd kick a woman's ass.
Okay, so he knows he's bulk and strong, but he believes that women are a lot smarter than guys. I believe women are a lot more. I think they're a lot more consistent. They're definitely a lot more strategic, and they're organized than guys are, which makes them come off as smarter. But they're not willing to take the necessary amount of risks with the perspective that they have. So I don't know. I get that. That's a good debate, though. Are women as smart as men are? No.
Any day.
But let's see how honest these guys are in this interview. That's what I'm looking for. I haven't watched it, so my first reaction. Fire intro. Fire intro. I fuck with this intro. This is a hard intro. This is a hard fuck. Will they agree, disagree, or fall in between?
Andrew Tate is a misogynist.
Alright. This first girl, she gonna agree. She gonna agree. She gonna go to right. In my opinion, I don't know. I could be wrong, but she gonna agree. This one right here, she definitely gonna agree. Alright, let's see what everybody goes to.
3, 2, 1.
Oh, I called it! Oh, look, I was so right. I was so on point with the two girls that were gonna agree. I was so on point. What the fuck? Oh, that's crazy. That's crazy. Oh, he's neutral. Damn, he's a big dude. How are you neutral a little to the right? Agree that he's a misogynist. I was really thinking homeboy was gonna go to agree. This guy surprised me. I didn't know.
Like, I do understand, like, why people say he is, because, like, his point of views and stuff like that.
Hold on. We got somebody said something right here.
At the same time, I do also...
How much you want to bet the uglier, the more negative? LMAO, it be the ugly ones. Oh, my God. Sheesh.
Think that, like, he's just giving the same energy to everyone. Like, obviously, in my opinion, like, some people act useless and some people don't. And it's like both women and men. And he's like more of like a traditional values type of guy, if that kind of makes sense. So, yeah.
W Mans kept this simple, just said traditional, and just said he got values. That's it. That's really Andrew Tate. That's Andrew Tate's, simplest way of restoring misogyny, restoring masculinity.
He's most certainly a misogynist. He has views about owning women.
Davina, single. You saw how they had to throw the single up?
Single as fuck.
Okay. What about this girl? You think this girl's single?
Single as fuck.
They have to both be single, bro. All right, let's see what she actually has to say, though.
And that he has authority over a woman just because he's married. Just because a woman is married to a guy. He thinks that like walking your daughter down the aisle is the father giving away woman like it's a property.
That's exactly what it is, though. That's exactly what she just can't admit it. This is why
you can't handle the truth.
Again, this is the theme of today's podcast. Women cannot handle the truth. They can't. That's why they know exactly what he means, but they just can't accept the truth. That's it. IXS says single, say less.
That's, to me, is misogynist, pure misogynistic.
Yeah, so I agree.
All right. All you have to do is just ask her, what is misogyny? And she won't be able to define it.
Slightly that he's a misogynist because I grew up in a very traditional household.
In a relationship. W to this man right here, bro. Holding it down. Maintaining the real traditional values.
Sri Lanka. And I would probably use my mom as an example because my dad... it's probably really personal, but I'll say it anyways. My dad treated her the same way that he did. And I think she would have done a lot more in a job, and she would have really rose up in her career if she wasn't just limited to being in the kitchen. So definitely have points that I agree with Andrew Tate on, but I saw it firsthand and the effect it had on my mom. So yeah.
Okay, that's a nice story. That's a nice story. And what I would really want, like, if I were to really dive deeper into the story, you know, to have a little
Empathy.
I would say, what did your mom do? Like, was she just in the kitchen? You know, like, how did she work to maintain the relationship with your father? Was your father slacking? Were they arguing all the time? Like, these are questions I would really ask. But, you know.
Andrew Tate said, a lot of the world's problems could be fixed if women walked around with their body counts on their foreheads.
Damn, bro. Who agrees with this one? Who agrees with this one? Who agrees? A lot of the world's problems could be fixed if a woman walked around with their body count on their forehead, man. That's controversial. I know. Cancel culture gonna come for you because that's gonna hurt a lot of feelings.
Emotional damage.
But guess what? If women walked around with that body count slapped on their foreheads, they would think twice before they made that decision when they were drunk. Don't matter how much drinks they got in them. If they had to walk around with that body count in their forehead, they not doing that shit. They gonna be like, damn, I don't know. I don't want that number to go up because now I can't lie about it. Now I have to handle the truth.
You can't handle the truth.
What's good, Mila? What's up, bro? Agree 100%. What's up, guys?
If women can't be sleeping with anybody and everybody because they will be known for it and shamed for it, they're going to be very, very selective with who they sleep with.
Facts. Facts.
3, 2, 1.
All right, wait. Damn, this girl's... Okay, do they agree? Obviously disagree. This girl, you can already see. We already saw her. She moving all the way to the left. The girl... We already saw the girl behind her. She gonna move to the left, too. Is this guy... I think this guy right here, I think he gonna go to the left. I think he's gonna go to the left, too. And I think the traditional value guys, they have to go to the right. Let's see. Wow. Okay. Wow. Yo, at least she the trooper. The one in the orange shorts. Let's see. She a trooper. She probably, I don't know enough about this. I called it. I called it. This guy moving to the left. Oh no, he didn't. I lied.
I think people forget that it takes two to tango. So if we're going to put the body count of women up for everyone to see, I'm going to see your body count as a man as well. And like, it's probably going to be the same more or less.
No, it's not. Here's why it's not the same, all right? If I had my body count on my forehead, men, you can already tell what their body count is by the way in which they communicate, by their level of confidence. Why? Because we carry our body count in our energy, in our enthusiasm, the way we carry ourselves. It's basically on our shoulders. It's on our sleeves. Our body count is everywhere. If we know how to treat you, it's because we've dealt with women already. If we know how to talk to you, if we know how to finesse and lie to you and manipulate you in the right way and get you to open up emotionally.
City boy, city boy.
So it's not the same for us. It's different. If a woman has a body count on her forehead, guess what? She's gonna think twice. If a guy's walking around with his body count on his forehead, he gonna be around other dudes. Respect, homie. Respect, homie. That's what's gonna happen. He gonna be around another girl. That girl's gonna be like, oh damn, I like him. I don't know. He got a high body count. I don't like the way he talks about women, blah, blah, blah. But then she's still hanging out with him. She still wants to learn more about him. Why? Because we're different. Men and women value things differently. That's it. It's as simple as that.
Does that mean that you should be shamed as well for your body count?
What's up, Sylvester?
It makes sense that I, as a woman who enjoys having sex or has consensual good sex, should be, like, feel guilty about that. Like, why?
No. Here's the thing. You shouldn't feel guilty about it unless you want to be a good mother and a loving wife, all right? If you don't care about those things and you want to be an
alpha female,
and you understand the consequences that come with all those things, then you know what? I have an immense amount of respect for you. Don't feel guilty. Don't feel ashamed. Do you, boo. Do you. As long as you know the consequences and you cool with it.
Buy a dog and die alone.
No. That's probably too far. That's probably too far. But, like, you know, just do you. Do you. Like, take pride in it. Take pride in it. That's it. But don't come out here and tell other women that they should immediately follow in your lead if they want to be chosen as a wife. Because that's just cap. You just lying to them.
Yeah, I kind of do agree with what she's saying. It does take two to tango. Obviously, the majority of guys do use women. So, like, for us to lower women's value and say, like, all that shit about their body count, it's not really on. But I'm in the middle because I do think it'd be kind of funny if we'd all have, like, our body count numbers on our foreheads.
Here's the thing is, for all the guys here that are single that stayed on the neutral line, they really want to agree. This is my perspective. I think they really want to agree. They want to agree, but you know what? They got to do what men do best. They got to lie a little bit.
You can't handle the truth.
Because women can't handle the truth. So we got to do what we do. We got to lie. We got to find a way to have a little bit of empathy. Because you know some of these dudes, if they single, they going to try to holler at the shorties at the end of the show. It's in our nature, bro. There's no way they're not going to do that. There's no way they're not going to try. They're going to attempt it. So they got to stay on the neutral line. I get it, guys. I get it.
So, yeah.
I think this is just another example. It comes down to context. I think you can't really take some of his one-liners, out of context. It's a common theme. Like, usually if you watch a full video of what he's been saying, it's a completely different story. With this, I believe what he was saying is it comes down to, it's not just one-sided. He did just say women in there, but I agree that we should have, men's body counts on their forehead or whatever, because it is something that everyone deems as, a big thing, and it sort of avoids everyone lying. I feel like this world would be a lot better if people just, didn't have any secrets. Everyone was just open with, everything. There's nothing to be ashamed of.
Very, very politically correct answer. You see that? Very politically correct answer.
I do agree that we definitely need context when we're...
Katie, married. Wow. Wow, Katie, you married? Sheesh. But yo, respect to her, bro. Gotta give her some W for being married, bro.
Thinking about these things, but Tate was definitely just referring to it as women. Like, he specifically said that it is bad for if a woman sleeps around with men, whereas it's not if a man does the same. So for him, he was specifically only meaning for with women.
I just wanted to...
Yo, you guys go hard on these girls, bro. Let's see. It would be a flex if a girl has less than 3. Of course, they disagree. They definitely disagree. They should all do it at the same time instead of looking around for confirmation. That's facts. They should definitely do that. High body count for men earns praise from people. High body count for women equals she's a 3 or 4. You see? Y'all know the drill. Y'all already know the drill. Bro, facts, bro. Started out strong and ended like a PC.
Add that with showing the body count, you don't actually know why somebody has a certain body count. So that's just assuming that every person that somebody sleeps with is consensual and that they chose that for that to happen. And as well,
bro, like, you see, this is trying to evade, this is the perfect example of trying to evade responsibility, all right? That doesn't happen all the time. Now, does it happen? Absolutely, and I have empathy for that. All right, it happens a very, very, very minority amount of the time. And we're not trying to discount those people. At the end of the day, as people, as a human being, if I was with a girl and I saw a body count on her forehead and she had 3 bodies and one of them were from like some terrible shit that's happened to her in her past, I'm going to understand. I'm going to have empathy, man.
Empathy.
I'm not going to sit here and put her down for it. As long as she can communicate it to me, right? As long as she can talk to me about it in some way or let me know, like, we're going to have empathy. We're not going to just sit here and judge her for that shit. But let's be honest. Let's not avoid responsibility. Most women have the choice on whether they want to open their legs or not. That's a woman's choice. So use it responsibly. Stop trying to evade responsibility. Coming up with excuses.
I don't know if it is heterosexual sex as well. So I could have a high body count, but I'm sleeping with women. So what does that mean? Because he's obviously referring to men sleeping with women.
Depression does not exist.
All right, let's see. All right, well, we already see this girl going to the left. Where is she gonna go? Maybe she gonna stay in the middle. But what do you guys think? Does depression exist? I agree. Depression does not exist. I agree. Where are you guys at? Let me know. 1, if you agree, depression does not exist. 2, if you disagree, depression definitely exists.
3, 2, 1.
Wow. You can see in one sweeping movement, you're going to have a lot of politically correct answers, and you're going to have a lot of people talking about their own depression and how they feel depressed and how they don't know how to overcome it. And you see, it's because of their mentality. To the left.
So I think depression is definitely a real thing. I mean, I've gone through it before. It's not something that you can just, one day be like depressed and the next day be like, I'm good, let's get back to it. It's a process. And I feel like, I guess everyone else who's here has felt some form of depression, whether it be, or some kind of sadness.
Instagram audience votes at 85% of people disagree and 15% of people agree. You see, so many people are going to disagree because they don't know how to handle depression. They don't have that kind of mentality. They haven't trained themselves. And that's why most people fall in this lazy, comfortable, passive, depressive state.
And yeah, I think anyone who does say that it doesn't exist probably isn't aware that they've had it before or isn't aware of anyone else who...
Listen, I'm fully aware that I've gone through depressing periods. But at the end of the day, those depressing periods were created by my own imagination. Now, of course, obviously, to a certain degree, depression exists when there's something happening in your life that you are not in control of. And in those moments, I completely have empathy. And I would look for things that you can control. All right? Because when you can't, for example, let me give you a straight example. All right? You go to the doctors, you have a disease, you're ill, you're not in control of that. You've done everything you can, you've drank water, you've eaten the right foods, you don't drink, but yet you still got this disease. All right? And then you fall in a depressive state. You did everything right. You did everything correctly. Like, I would understand that you're going to fall into this depressive state. I understand, because health is not something you should kind of shove to the side or ignore. Health is something that's very, very serious. So that's when I can have empathy for that. That doesn't happen most of the time. If you're going through something as serious as that, other scenarios where you're not in control of the situation, then yeah, you have a right, I think, to be truly depressed. I think that's what true depression is. But 99% of the time, you're not going through that. So therefore, I just don't believe most people are depressed. I believe it's a figment of their imagination that they can handle if they have the right mentality. They need to have the right tool. Your brain is a tool to break free from that depressive state.
Isn't really aware of anyone else around them who has had it. So, or maybe they're just denying
God, bro.
it.
Okay, all right, wait. Let me share some of these because you guys are going deep. You guys are really deep right now. My little bro schizo and has depression, but that's extreme. He has no control of his mind. Exactly. Average person, nah, no excuses. You see, Mila, you get it. We understand that depression does exist, right? But we know where we truly have to see. We know exactly when somebody doesn't have control over something. We know that that's true, that depressive state is true. I'm fully aware that I almost killed myself. The fuck she on about? Oh my God, bro. What the fuck? What the fuck, bro? What? Yo, reach out to any of us. Reach out to me if you need help, bro. I hope that's a joke, though. Sylvester Toe Jr. I live in a first world country with running water, food, electricity, clothing, and every opportunity to better my life. What do I have to be depressed about? You see, Sylvester, it's because you have the strong-ass mentality, bro. You have that strong-ass mentality. Nobody can take that shit away from you except you. Facts, Sylvester. Abundance is what is making people depressed. Well, when you have so much abundance of something and you have no self-control over it because you're not disciplined, then yeah, that will make you depressed because you're not in control. Again, You have the ability to be fully in control, but since you decide to be delusional and imaginative, right? And you decide to put yourself in a state of mind, like, damn, I can't get better, I'm addicted to this, but I can't stop. You need to be the one that pulls yourself out. That's on you. Accountability.
I do believe that depression does exist, but to a degree. I do believe in clinical depression, but not just anyone stamping that just because they're upset for a long period of time that they're depressed. Lots of people just have no ambition in life most of the time, and because they can't do anything about it, then they say, I'm sad, I'm depressed, and then, make a sook out of it. So I do believe there is such thing as depression, but not every case of depression is depression, in my opinion.
Okay, politically correct answer. All these are going to be politically correct.
Following on that, I agree. Depression 100% does exist. It's an emotion. It's normal. It's people. You can get sad. You can get really sad. You can get depressed. There's levels to it, right? I feel like now in society, depression has become like a trend, and now it's popular to be depressed, and I feel like that's really upsetting for the people who are genuinely depressed, because, as you said, it kind of takes away the sort of social credibility for people who are actually sad, and then.
All right, I think they're all going to say the same thing. I'm going to be honest, so I'm going to skip through this one because they're all really going to repeat the same thing. We kind of just went through it. Let's see one more. All right. Highly successful men do not have to be sexually exclusive in relationships. What do you guys think? 1, if you agree. 2, if you disagree. Let's go now. Let's do little predictions real quick. This girl, highly successful men do not have to be sexually exclusive in relationships. They all gonna disagree, bro. They all gonna disagree. Maybe a traditional guy will agree. They all gonna disagree.
3, 2, 1.
Oh, whoa! I was not expecting this. What? Shorty?
Single as fuck.
Okay. But, I guess maybe, she's trying to disprove me at this point, bro. Maybe she can handle the truth. And then she runs to okay, whatever. All right. You could change your mind. That's all right.
I'm standing neutral because men, I don't have a say in what they can and can't do, and neither can they with mine. So if they don't want to be exclusive to a woman, or if they don't, that's not my opinion to share. I mean, that's not my
okay, so she accepts men's preferences. W female. Like it.
opinion to have.
I'm staying neutral because, well, firstly, I believe if you're committed to someone and that's what you agree on, being exclusive, and that's great.
Oh, look, even Instagram, 53% disagree and 47% of people agree. So you know what? Maybe people are starting to wake up to the fact that, guys can be a little more realistic. As long as you're able to communicate it properly, I think that's the truest way.
But I'm also a person that believes in polyamory and openness. So if we discuss being open and...
wait, let me see what you guys said. Shit. Can't ignore you guys. You guys are my bread and butter, bro. Love y'all.
City boy! City boy!
People will find anything to be sad and mad about if they have everything. That's true. Life without struggle breeds comfort. Comfort creates laziness. Laziness makes people sad and depressed for the most part. I love the way you put that together, bro. Gonna disagree, but they put up with it for the right guy. There you go. That's a good answer. There's rules when he's not attractive. If they're attractive, they break the rules for him. That's true too. But it's not even just about attraction. I'd say it's how much value he can bring. And being attractive is definitely a good value. But as the guy gets older, he can't keep that level up. So what do guys have to do? We need to have resources. We need to have a network. We need to be able to provide. There's all these different things and skill sets that we can build up that'll make us better at the end of the day. So we can't really just even rely on our attractiveness, but we can be attractive by looking healthy, looking fit, right? That's discipline. We need to transition back to minimalism and discipline for ourselves. Our generation and society has slowly and surely become more sensitive and less disciplined. Absolutely agree. Absolutely agree. All right. And it all comes with these phones too. These phones essentially just in our faces. We're not responsible for the things we're watching. We're not applying the things that we're learning in real life. We're just kind of slowly just swiping our lives away. I'm glad I'm naturally a minimalist. Sheesh. Yeah, me too, guys. Me too.
you being with other people, then that's fine. I don't necessarily agree with the statement that just because you have a certain amount of success, you deserve to choose whether you're not open or not, just like purely based on you having success, if that makes sense. Like, it should be an agreement that you and your partner come to.
So I was going to say, sexually exclusive.
All right, look, what she said kind of makes sense. And like I said, it has to be communicated in the right way. So, but for the most part, men that are successful have the most leverage in this situation, to be honest. Men that are not successful and that are broke, they don't have the option, to be honest. They just gonna lie.
I think would mean like you're exclusively attached to the one partner in the relationship. And obviously a relationship can be a very intimate thing. And if you were to, you know, have multiple partners, that may affect either one or both people mentally or physically in the long run. And jealousy obviously can come into it. And, you know, I'm in a relationship, I'm married. So, and if I was to go off and, you know, join with someone else, then the other partner might not know about it, and they might, you know, become very depressed because one person might have more feelings for one person relationship than the other. And then if one felt differently about the other, then they might have been like, you know, that they love you more.
Okay, that dude is stuttering a lot. I'm going to help him out real quick. Because what he's saying is true. What he's saying is very true. Is that, you know, you can't just switch this mentality and have it out of nowhere. If you're going to be that guy that wants to be polygamous, like I said, you have to set your life up. You have to be able to set your life up in a way in which you can try to maintain everybody's happiness. Because you're the one that's in control, and all these women are coming to you, and you have to be able to put every single one of them in their place. That takes a lot of management, all right? A lot of maintenance that you have to do. You have to be that guy, right? So it comes with a lot of ups and a lot of downs, and it's very complicated to try to carry these kinds of relationships. It's not easy, all right? It can be simply said, but it's not easy. So I'll give him that. I think that's what he's trying to say.
But the other person obviously doesn't have the same feelings. So I think regardless of your success, your value, I think if you're in a relationship, you stay in that relationship with that one person.
I definitely...
See, like, it's like Mela just says, I think they got to understand it doesn't mean the man always will and wants to always. It's just about understanding that he might occasionally within the span of a 20-year relationship. Exactly. And I think that's reasonable, guys. I think that's reasonable. In the span of a 20-year relationship, it's like, the urge is going to come up. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're going to want something new. And, you know, whether you want to bring your girl in this or not, I think it should be communicated. But for the most part, I'm telling you, like, women, even if you communicate this in the proper way, like, women don't really want to share. They'd rather just let you do it and never find out about it. That's truly what they prefer, bro. I'm going to be honest.
You can't handle the truth.
And that's the whole point of the stream, right? Is that women can't handle the truth. They can't. They like to understand it, but they can't handle the truth because they lead with their emotions. And that's why I have empathy for that.
Empathy.
And that's why men lie.
Agree with the guys standing in the neutral line. Each their own.
What's up, Tyreek?
You know, like if you want to be in a monogamous relationship, so be it. If you want to be polygamous, that's cool too, as long as everyone is, you know, like on board with everything and they're not hurting anyone's feelings. But when it comes to, you know, if a man's success or like, I think status has nothing to do with it, period. You know, yeah, money doesn't really have anything to do with love.
Yeah, I understand where she's coming from with the whole like status thing, but I do agree that once you do have a certain amount of status, you kind of do have more options to kind of just fling around, I guess. So that's kind of why I'm in the middle. Yeah.
Look at Shorty smiling, bro. I think they want a piece of him. I'm gonna be honest.
I agree with what was said before.
He got to give that politically correct answer, bro. See, he trying to slide in both their DMs.
Or with when you have higher status, you do have more options, but that's not necessarily a healthy or good thing. I do think that it is important that both parties agree, and if they choose not to be monogamous, then that's up to them. But
all right, that girl's killing my brain cells. I'm gonna move on. Andrew Tate, modern society we live in has been built by men. Let's cut the crap. All the roads you see, all the buildings you see, everything around you, men built. All right, you know what? I'm done with this one. We're gonna move on to the next one. We're gonna move on to the next material. All right. That was good material though. I hope that was good. I hope y'all enjoyed that. I think that was W. Y'all give me a lot of great answers, bro.
City boy, city boy.
And shout out to Tyreek McLaughlin, bro. IXS. Thank you for preaching them out.